starting, it says. There it is. We're live now. Okay, so it should be working. I know there will be a little bit of a delay for people who are watching this live. So we're just going to go ahead and get started and let you all catch up with us. Kelly and do you see how you can mute yourselves?
Yes. Let's see.
I got you muted, Kelly. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so welcome everyone. Sorry for the little delay. YouTube, Google Hangouts are kind of tricky sometimes when you're trying to get people on them. I also just realized I did not close my closet, so you get to see the mess that is behind me, and this is just real life. This is how we do things. My husband will watch call playbacks like this and be like, oh my gosh, why didn't you close the closet doors? He always points it out to me, and I'm like, ugh, every time I leave them open. But anyways, I'm redoing my office anyway, so I'm so excited to redo it. But welcome. We are so excited to have you here. My name is Taylor Moliterno, and Kelly and Emily are here to chat with us tonight a little bit about what we do as coaches. But guys, we are like the most casual team ever. We are just a bunch of chill ladies just doing this on our own time and making it work for us and just trying to inspire people along the way with what has worked for us, really. We're all different human beings, but we all, I feel like our team has pretty much the same general, very chill, fun-loving vibe about us. But I'm just going to start this off with just telling you guys how I got started, and then we'll let Emily and Kelly kind of tell their stories whenever they cover their topics. I've been a coach for 3.5 years, which is insane. It feels like yesterday. And my journey really just started from a place of absolute like my lowest point, the lowest I'd ever felt. So my career was in dance. My background was in dance. And when I was done dancing professionally, I had limited myself on what I allowed myself to eat and what my intake was so much throughout that time in my life that when I was done, it was like a free-for-all. Like I was like, I'm going to eat all the pizza, all the wings. I'm going to drink all of the booze and pop or soda, wherever you are from that you're listening to this. And it was just a freaking free-for-all. And I quickly gained 30 pounds. I met my husband when I was at my smallest, and he watched me gain all this weight and still married me. And I was my heaviest on my wedding day. And I remember wedding dress shopping and just being like stepping on the scale and like not putting on dresses that I really wanted to wear, but ones that I knew would just hide the parts of my body that I was uncomfortable with. But I just kind of had accepted that as my life now because I was not willing to, like, I thought diets were so restrictive and like all I was going to be allowed to eat was cottage cheese and have to like run on a treadmill for like 3 hours to lose weight. So I just stayed away from it because I was not about that life. I was not trying to do those things. And then 2 months after I got married, my cousin, who was like a sister to me, she passed away from leukemia, and I just continued to spiral after that. I just continued the eating. I've gotten this very cyclical cycle of just being depressed and sleeping and wanting to do something about it, but not knowing what to do. So just going back to bed and eating and sleeping and sleeping and eating and eating and sleeping. And my husband is super healthy. He was working out all the time. He would ask me to go to the gym with him. And my response to that would be like, oh, you think I'm fat? I was just so negative and twisted everything on him. And honestly, I cannot believe he stayed married to me in that first year because I was just a very nasty human being, and God bless him. But that following February, so I got married in June of 2013, and in February of 2014, I kind of reached the end point. I reached the end of my rope, and I just remember him leaving for the gym one day, and I was like, I sat up in bed, and I was like, if I don't get my crap together, he's not going to come home one day. Like, this will be it. And so I knew I couldn't go to the gym. I felt very judged there, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I felt really scared there. So I went up to my bedroom on my iPad, and I bought this at-home workout program called T25, and it said it was, I think I Googled like at-home workout programs, and it said it was 25 minutes, and I was like, oh, I can handle that. And I knew it was the guy that made Insanity, and I thought Insanity was easier than P90X. So I decided to go with the man who created Insanity, who turned out to be Shaun T, who I love to hate and hate to love. But I bought this at-home program. It came with this bag of powder. I literally tried it like 3 times and was like, oh, that's a little bit much. I almost puked in like the first 3 minutes during the warm-up. And so I put it on the shelf, was just like, I'm just 30 pounds heavier now. And then a month later, in March of 2014, God had a much bigger plan for me and was like, no, you bought that for a reason. And I, for some reason, felt called to fundraise in memory of my cousin. That at the time was the greatest loss I had ever experienced, was the death of my cousin. And I just wanted to fundraise in memory of her and in honor of her. And my husband was doing a charity hockey game for his college hockey alumni in memory of one of their teammates who had passed. And so I asked if I could kind of take on this fundraiser as a way to dabble in the fundraising area and just kind of see what I could do with it. And it was just a way for me to take my grief and turn it into something. And lo and behold, that day, a couple days before that day, actually, we got a phone call from one of my husband's former college hockey teammates. His name is Mike. And he said, hey guys, like, we won't be at the alumni game this year because my wife earned a free cruise. She's a Beachbody coach and she did really well this year. And so the company is sending us on a cruise. But I just want you guys to know, if you could keep her in your prayers, she actually was just diagnosed with lymphoma. And I remember just being like, do they need money? What can we do? How can we help? And so we asked them what we could do to help them. And they said nothing, just keep us in your prayers. And Katie is her name, Katie Ursa. She's now a lymphoma survivor, but she was not cleared to go on the Beachbody cruise that weekend because she was starting treatment. So she came to the fundraiser that day. She walked up to me to say thank you for offering to donate the funds to her. And we just hit it off. And I just was like, you coach Beachbody? I think I have something on my shelf that I ordered a month ago that says Beachbody on it. And we got to talking, and she was like, you need a coach. You need to be in a challenge group. You need the accountability to actually complete that program. There's a ton of other people that are going to be in this group in the same boat as you that have no clue what they're doing. And we're just all trying to make better choices. And she was like, and to be honest, I'm going through cancer treatments and I need support. I need more people in these groups with me. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to help her. She's going to help me. We're going to do this together. I joined my first challenge group the next week. I think it was like the next week or so. And in that first group, it was a 60-day group. So with T25, I lost 15 pounds. I went on to do PiYo and I lost another 10. I then did Insanity Max 30. And I just found myself in this place of like, holy crap, this one little decision changed my life. And all these people, I'm surrounded by all of these people who are just incredible human beings and are just taking this one step at a time and making just small choices. Like, we're not like throwing everything out we used to eat. We're still eating those things, but we're also eating an apple sometimes too. We're just making small, better choices every single day to just be the best version of ourselves. And from there, I just knew that I wanted to do what Katie did for me. I just wanted to be that person that said, you need support, you need help. I can add you to a group and be that for you. I can teach you the tricks that I learned and you can do this with us. And here I am. So I started with just very small goals to just help a couple people and just inspire, my friends and close family. And 3.5 years later, I have made this my full-time job. It wasn't until about 2.5 years in the business that I was able to say that had actually happened. It was month after month of just setting small goals and achieving them, which if you actually decide to become a coach, we train you on how to do, but I'll get into that later when I talk about our team. But it really was just a decision one night that I just could not continue to keep living the way I was and expect good things to come my way and expect this amazing husband of mine to stick around. And here we are. And from there, this community has just held us up through our worst times, through our best times. And I can honestly say I would not be here today if it was not for this organization. And when I talk about our team, I'm going to talk about something called Every Sweat Matters, because that is a foundation that this team really has grown upon and kind of where our name Team Sweat for Joy came from. So I will touch on that when I talk about our team. But that is my story and my little welcome to this call. And I am now going to turn this over to Emily, and she's going to talk to you about what coaches actually do. But share your story with them too, so they know who you are, where you came from, how you got here. All right, take it away, Emily.
Awesome. So my story and how I got started as a coach, I probably would have never gotten into this Beachbody stuff. It kind of Taylor fell into my lap, like perfect timing. I I was doing CrossFit for years. I was going to the gym like years before that. And, you know, I thought I had it figured out. I thought, you know what? I don't need anybody's help. I know what my body needs and what I need to do to make it how I want it to look. And in CrossFit, when I first started CrossFit, I was actually thinking about this today as I was working out, because I'm doing Insanity Max 30 again. And in that you do like diamond jumps for like 30 seconds straight. And when I first started Insanity, I could not even do like 2. And now I can like do it for like at least 10 to 15 seconds. And it's incredible, because when I first started doing Insanity, I was doing CrossFit. And I, you know, I started out, I think, I don't like numbers, but I know I weighed less than when I ended doing CrossFit, but that's also because I gained a lot of muscle. But in my mind, I thought, I'm working out so hard, I need to eat more. Like, I need to eat more of whatever. I can eat whatever I want because I'm training so hard. And that's not the case. Like, I put on a lot of weight doing CrossFit because I thought that's what I could do. But when I started doing Insanity after I finished CrossFit, it was a big wake-up call, because I could barely keep up with the workout, and I thought I was in fantastic shape. So I would have never gotten into Beachbody if Taylor would have reached out and I was still doing, or if I was still doing CrossFit, because my mind was totally made up that I didn't need it. And when she came along, she was a lifesaver. I was sitting on my couch for probably 2 or 3 months after finishing CrossFit and just not having the motivation to do anything. I'd get home from work and I was tired. I just didn't feel like working out. It was hot outside because it was summer. We had just bought a house, which is why we quit doing CrossFit, because we had a mortgage to pay for and it was an hour drive away. But she just reached out to me one day and I was like, oh my God, she knows who I am. Like, she's been watching me and I'm so excited. Like, I actually feel like somebody sees me. And I don't know what it was, but I was so happy and grateful that she did. And I was so excited. And I actually said to her, you know, like, I was like, you're a coach. I think I want to be a coach too. Like, I see what you're doing and I feel like it's something I could do too. And so I did. And that's how I got started with coaching. And it's been really amazing. I've met some incredible people and formed some amazing relationships with people that I've never even met before. I've met them in the process of coaching now, but before then I would have never known them. I've grown a lot as a person with like the personal development that we do, the readings, and just with helping others overcoming their own issues with maybe food or workouts. We do challenge groups, which if you have been in challenge groups, you know what they are, but if you're new, they're just groups that we run every month that you log into an app and you log your shake and your workout. And if you're having any problems, you note that in there and people are going to reach out to you. They're going to say, hey, I know you're having a rough day, but you know, go work it out. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. Nobody ever feels like going and working out, but we all love the feeling we get after we work out, you know, and it's the same thing for like eating something healthy. You know, you don't ever feel like eating something healthy, but if you dive down 5 pieces of pizza, you know, you feel like crap after that. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. So as a coach, as what I do, when somebody signs up underneath of me as a challenger or as a coach underneath me, I try to check in with them, you know, once a week, maybe once every other week. But just to say, you know, hey, how's it going? What can I help you with? And sometimes, you know, I sit down and I meal plan with people because they need that. You know, we'll go through recipes. We'll go through which workout's going to work best for them. We go through different recipes for Shakeology because I know that, you know, sometimes not everybody hits it off out of the park right away with that. So we work on that. But my main thing with being a coach is keeping in touch with my challengers. I really try to make sure that they know that I'm here for them, that they can reach out to me if they ever need me, if I'm not reaching out enough to them. But I try to keep them on my list of just saying hey to them every week or every other week, just so they know that I'm here and I'm cheering them on and I want the best for them. So if you guys have anything to add, I know I kind of rambled a little bit there, but.
No, that's perfect. What we do as coaches is so super simple. We just offer support to other people in whatever way they really need it. And, that's pretty much the gist of our job, is that we just support other people. We inspire them to get started. We're there for them no matter what situation they might run into. And we work together a lot as a team. So it's not ever anything that you're really going to be like, oh crap, I don't know what I'm doing. There's this whole slew of people that can help you. And I will talk about that when I talk about our team also. So Kelly, you're up. You're going to talk about yourself and then who can be a coach. Go girl.
Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, so my name is Kelly. I've been coaching for, oh gosh, I didn't even count to give you guys, probably about 6 months now, maybe 7. And I also got started pretty much like Emily did. You know, I knew Taylor since high school, and I was watching her on Facebook, and everything she was posting was very motivating and inspiring. And I just really enjoyed watching her story. And she did reach out to me more than one time. I'm looking at her little picture down there. And I always said, no, thank you. I've been always very money conscious, frugal. My grandma taught me that. And I was just like, I think I can do this on my own. So just like so many other people, I bought T25. You know, I went on eBay because it's like $5 cheaper. And I did it for a while with one of my coworkers. She was my little accountability partner. But then it kind of fizzled out. We got through like 4 weeks and I had lost 5 pounds or so. And she fizzled out. And so I would be doing it at home by myself. And then I would just make up every excuse not to keep up with it. I loved the workout. It was just I didn't have the accountability with it. So I did try a different workout. I tried Insanity also. Kind of same thing. I went through about 6 weeks on and off. And then I just kind of gave up because I was by myself and I felt like I didn't really have the support that I needed. So I would say probably 8 months after that, I was probably at my heaviest. And I was on vacation in Florida, which is really funny that Taylor's in Florida now. And she messaged me while I was on vacation, drinking my little Mike's Hard Lemonade at the pool. And I was like, you know what? I just bought like 4 one-piece swimsuits to come on this vacation. And she just reached out to me at the perfect time. So I was like, I'm doing this. She sent me a video for the All Access Challenge Pack. What I need to have this at my fingertips. I need to have her support. It just seems like an awesome thing. You know, she's still working at it. So, you know, it must be working for her. So I jumped in and I did it. And the initial cost of the Shakeology was scary to me. And, you know, I think that's the reason why I did become a coach at first. But after seeing how many lives were being changed by the other coaches on the team, I was just like, I need to do this. I need to help other people. So I jumped right in, 2 feet into the deep end. No, the good deep end. And I was able to help quite a few people, and I still am helping people, and it's great. I love running my challenge groups. I love getting messages that say, hey, I lost 5 pounds over the last week or 2. I just love getting those. So it's just such a great thing to be able to help people out and also keep myself accountable. It's really hard to do it on your own. So definitely having other people under me is what's supporting me also. So part of what I'm going to talk to you about on this call is just who can be a coach. You're on this call because you're thinking about it. And so I want to just help you sway, hopefully, to become a coach. But if you don't think it's for you, you know, that's okay too. But just the basics. You have to be 18 years or older because this is a job. You'll have to provide Beachbody with your social security number, or if you're from a different country, because we have Canada and UK now with us. So whatever tax ID number in that country. And then, you have to be a resident of one of those countries. Basics. I just figured I'd throw that in there. So I think that a lot of times when you're starting to think about becoming a coach, there is a lot of hesitation. I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I don't know if you Google it, if you put it in YouTube, there's all these like scary things that come up at first, like why I quit Beachbody coaching. But then if you watch the videos, Taylor, you're laughing, you've probably watched these videos. They are people that stop coaching for 3 months and realize that they miss it, and then they want to get back into it. And so it's just, I didn't find anything bad about it. I'm a very type A person, organized, try to just cover all my bases before I do something. So I did the research. So it's out there. You can use this video and then peek around too. But there's a lot of misconceptions, and some of these things went through my mind whenever I was starting too. And it's funny, I'm going to flip these because I'm going to talk about who can be a coach. And these are kind of things why you feel like maybe you can't. So I have some bullet points so I don't miss anything, okay? So a lot of people think that they need to be at their goal weight, which is absolutely not true, okay? People want your support because they know that you're going through a journey like them. You're not perfect, okay? They're not perfect. They don't want to work with somebody that's perfect. So even if you're not at your goal weight, that's okay. You're going to work through the process with them. You're going to be able to share your joys, your hard times with them. So that's okay. Don't worry about if you're not at your goal weight. And so next point, it's okay that you're not a size 2. Okay, we can get in shape together. You may never be a size 2. And also, again, people don't want you to be perfect. So there's coaches in all different places on their fitness journeys. They're going to love you for you. Barbie doll. Okay? Okay, next. I need to be able to do 50 push-ups without stopping. That's not right either. Okay, no, we're not perfect. We can't do, well, I don't know. Maybe some people can do 50 push-ups without stopping. Emily may be able to because she was doing CrossFit, but I can't. I made it 25. You need to be in the best shape of your life. Again, like the first couple. No, we're human beings. I had a piece of cake today, so it's okay. I balance it out. This was a big one that I was kind of looking at when I first started. I need to be a salesperson. So we do advocate for all the Beachbody products, especially the ones we really love, but we're not just selling them to people. We're supporting them through the process of using them, and we're providing them with the education, why these things are so important, why Shakeology is not just a shake. So it's not just selling them it, it's teaching them about it so that they can know that they're getting, what they're getting is worth the money that they're paying for it. Okay. Another point that we think about maybe when we're thinking about getting into coaching is that I need to have a huge network of people following me. Now, I was really scared about this point whenever I started because I'm very introverted and I'm quiet, and videos like this are really hard for me. But I'm really working on pushing outside of my comfort zone and trying to do my best to help people. So knowing I didn't have a huge network of people, I'm like, how am I going to find people that want to join me on this journey? But it's funny who kind of comes out and who says, wow, you're doing such a good job. How are you doing this? I want to be a part of this. And even if you don't have a huge network of people, that's okay. You'll find them and they'll find you, because it works out who needs to be with you and who you need. Another point is an expert on nutrition. I don't know if anyone is an expert in here on nutrition, but we're all working together to make our nutrition better. We all make the choice to drink our Shakeology during our day because it does have lots of nutritional value. And we are on a process of learning and helping others along with making better choices, swapping out some, higher calorie things for maybe some lower and more nutrition dense things. So no, we're not dietitians, but we can help each other along, and we have the capability of using Beachbody, their website. They have that information on there. So we have that at our fingertips. And also each workout program, they come with mostly nutrition plans that go with them too. So we have the help there. Also, you don't have to be an expert on exercise physiology. You don't, I'm an occupational therapist, but I didn't go to school for, athletic training or, those other things. So, we have the workout programs. They teach us how to stretch before and after, and we can help guide our challengers on that journey also. Another misconception, I need to be just like all the other coaches I see on social media. That is completely wrong too, because there's some very glamorous coaches out there, and I hope you can see that I'm not so much that kind of coach. But I'm a human being, and like I said earlier, that's what people are looking for. I need to be awesome at navigating Facebook and Instagram. Not really. We'll teach you those tricks on what you should be posting, what you want to post, and that kind of fun stuff. So it's a fun learning process. You don't have to be perfect at those kind of things either. There's other ways to network too. I need to be extremely outgoing. Like I said, not me. I'm not. But I love helping people, so I love sharing what I do with them. Extremely confident. Same thing. Not really up my alley, but I'm working on it, and that's part of this too. Beachbody really encourages personal development. So that's things we're working on. Photogenic, you see all of us posting our selfies, but how many of those are perfectly photogenic? I think I posted one today where my face was half crooked and I was stretching a band. So that's not true either. Starting up this business, some people think, oh my gosh, how much is that going to cost? I'm starting my own independent business. Really, this is probably like the least expensive business that you could start. There's a $40 fee to have your business opened up, but if you buy a challenge pack, that fee is waived for you. So you get your workouts for a year, you get a month of Shakeology, and you get to start your business. So that's pretty cool. And all there is a fee, $16 a month, right around there, maybe 17. So you don't really have to invest too much to be able to get health and, some reimbursement out of that, some salary. And finally is sometimes people think, oh, I don't want to join because I can only do Beachbody workouts, which is absolutely not true either. Okay, you can do your running or your swimming or, whatever kind of exercise you like, and then find some Beachbody workouts that will work for you. Maybe you need the yoga for the stretching or, just some strengthening along with your running. So yeah, you can definitely maintain whatever fitness you like and then just supplement it a little bit and make it a little bit better. So just along who can be a Beachbody coach, I just want to say anyone that has passion and compassion to help others. I work full time and I do this in the evenings and on the weekends. I just set aside a little bit of time to, help my challengers along and then educate new customers on what's involved in Beachbody. You can be a stay-at-home mom, when the kids are napping. You could even be a college student, in between classes. You can make a little bit of money and keep yourself healthy. I feel like am I okay to go a little bit longer? Okay. So I talked about all those misconceptions because I think that's just such a good guide of things that we think that, oh, we can't do this because of all those things. But then I just want to touch on just qualities in a Beachbody coach. Now, this isn't like an exclusive list. They're just things I brainstormed tonight. So I talked about earlier, every coach is different. That's what makes others drawn to them. So that's it. It's amazing. It's kind of like a magnet of people find you who need you. And like I said, and you need them. Just being caring, you want to make a difference in somebody's lives. You can't do this if you're not caring and you don't care. If you're in it just for the money, then you need to be caring. You need to want to do this to help other people because it's such a big part of it. Compassionate, goal-oriented, I think, is very important because I don't have a boss. Taylor's my coach, but she guides me, but I make my decisions. I make my decisions how hard I want to work. If I need some time in my life just to take a little break, then I can. Organized, that's a middle of the line kind of thing. There's a lot of coaches that are not organized and they get it done, but it's good to be organized. Hi, Taylor. I do my best. Supportive, little inspirational. Like I said, that's the first thing that drew me to Taylor. Just she was sharing her life, and it was very inspirational to me. You have to love Beachbody products. You have to believe in what you're promoting. I think that's a big thing. It's really hard to, I don't want to use the word sell. It's very hard to teach other people about the products if you're not in love with them. Have your heart in it. Be motivating for others and for yourself. Like I said, you don't have a boss, so you have to motivate yourself to want to do this and want to help others. Let's see, what else is on this list? Relatable. Be you. Be a real person. Nobody wants to have a fake person as their coach. Personal development and overcoming your fears. I've never listened to so many audiobooks in my life, and I love it. So on my way to work, I'm listening to books that just help me better myself and be confident in myself and know that I can make a difference in somebody's lives. So I hope that these help you in deciding to become a Beachbody coach, because it's one of the best decisions I've made in my life. I don't know, it's just great. It's satisfying, it's exciting, it's joyful, and just being able to help other people is just amazing. So I hope that this helps you. And I'll switch back to Taylor. I think she's going to do a couple other little chats with you.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Hit the nail on the head with who can be a coach for sure. And just, I love everyone's story. When I was sitting here, I was like about to go into like what makes our team unique. And I was about to say like, we're from all over. And then I looked at the three of us and I was like, oh my God, we all went to the same high school. I was like, this is so weird that we're all on a call. So that's what's so cool too, is that we do have coaches from all over the country, all over Canada, UK, everywhere. And here we are on this call tonight, and Kelly and Emily and I went to the same high school. That's how we know each other. This is like craziness to me. But in addition to everything they said, I'm just going to kind of talk a little bit about our team, because we do work in teams in Beachbody, and there are teams for everyone out there. But some things that make our team so unique, and things that I could not do this call without saying, are that, well, first and foremost, we're part of a larger team called the Dream Team. And that has been the #1 team in the entire network for going on 4 years now. We are still holding high at that #1 spot. And then Team Sweat for Joy, us as a team, a smaller team within that larger team, we're in the top 300 within the company, which is huge. There are thousands of teams in the Team Beachbody network, and for our team to be in the top 300 is incredible. When I realized this year that we had broken that 300 spot, I literally just stared at my computer and was like, what? Little old me and my little old team from Butler, Pennsylvania, how did this happen? And it's just because we are full of people who just really have the hearts to help. And we truly believe that we do not deserve to make an income if we're not making an impact on other people's lives. So in addition to being the #1 top 300 teams within the network, we also believe in this little thing called Every Sweat Matters. And this is something that we've been using to inspire our challengers and our teammates and just people not even affiliated with Beachbody for a couple years now. And it's just a simple idea that we sweat because we can, and we sweat for those who can't. So when there are days that I wake up and I'm just like, I do not want to freaking do this today, I can look in any of my groups. We have an ESM Army page, and I can just say, this person's really struggling with this today. Or I can know that someone's suffering with missing someone that they've lost recently. Or, I can think about my own story, or I can think about, my coach Katie, who fought cancer and sweat through those treatments. And that's going to make my feet hit the floor and press play that day, or walk or run or do something because I can, because I'm just grateful to be able to do so. So that is a huge movement that has started within our team. Every Sweat Matters, that truly people who are on our team believe in that 4,000%. I don't think there's one person on the team that's ever been like, yeah, that ESM thing, I'm not down with that. We are definitely all super inspired by Every Sweat Matters. you might be thinking like, okay, I would love to do this. This all sounds great. You guys sound great, but I just can't figure this out. And so the good news is our upline, who is the #1 coach in the entire company, is like a genius at coming up with curriculums. So whenever you start your new coach training, you will be given your new coach training one day at a time. And that was actually something that I created off of Melanie's training. So it's the #1 training in the company, and you get it emailed to you every single day. When you first start for 21 days, 1 assignment a day to get you started off right. And then from there are tons of other trainings, groups that we can put you in. We'll find you a success partner. I am always at your disposal, especially since I do this, I was going to say 24/7. I do not do this 24/7. I definitely sleep and like do other things since I do this full time. I set up one-on-one calls with any coach within my organization. You do not have to be my personally sponsored. You can sign up with another coach within my organization, and I will set aside time for you if you need help. We just really help each other. We run challenge groups together a lot, which we also have pre-created curriculums for. So if you want to run a group about gratitude or about right now we have a really awesome group called Busy Chicks Get Fit, and it's just going amazing. And we have all these posts that you can just pull and copy and paste. You do not have to reinvent any wheels unless you feel extremely inspired to do so. We're here for you. We can give you all of that information that you need. And then the next thing is that you might be thinking like, okay, yeah, that would be great, but I don't even know what the heck you're talking about. So we would love to invite you to join a challenge group before you dive into your business if you feel like you need to actually experience what it is that we're talking about. I always do recommend that new coaches are in a challenge group experiencing the fire and the energy that happens in these groups, because the accountability groups, we call them challenge groups, is really where the magic happens and where all of this amazing stuff just comes to life. And you just see people just making changes day in and day out and just doing so many incredible things. We're in week 2 of our Busy Chicks Get Fit group right now. And last week, I had a girl message me between prep week. So she didn't even have to work out yet in prep week. And week 1, she lost 8 pounds just by focusing on like not eating her kids' snacks and focusing on eating the foods that she had prepared for herself and kind of exercising with her kids. She lost 8 pounds. That's incredible. I did another woman just during prep week and focusing on her food. When she started her workouts, she lost 4.6 pounds. And it's just, and all these women are like, I have tried this before. I've tried this time and time again. I've tried everything. I've tried going to the gym, but nothing held me accountable. And I didn't have this tribe of women who were just in it with me, who were just like, I'm going to just drag you kicking and screaming through this because you deserve it and you're worthy and you belong to us now and you matter. And I think for especially women and women our age, we're kind of at this age where, you know, we're getting married, we're having babies, we're not having babies, we're confused. We're like, who am I? What's happening here? Like, it's just getting busier by the second. So I think with having this like tribe of women who are reminding us that there's all these other things going on, but you are so important too, and to take care of yourself is just a game changer. I would not be here today and be the Taylor I am today if I didn't have these women just, I call it tapping on my window. I know it's like all virtual, but every morning someone's like, what are you doing over there? Are you making good choices, or are you like spiraling off the deep end over there? So it's just truly incredible to have these friends that I never thought I would have ever. And okay, so with that being said, and I just kind of hyped up our team, you're probably just like, okay, just get to the money part. I just want to know how we make money. My watch is blowing up because I didn't realize that I scheduled a call during This Is Us, and I'm like 5 weeks behind, so I have not watched it, but my cousin is blowing my text up on my watch. Like, it's just, she can't be telling me these things right now. But anyways, I digress. If that's why I keep like looking at my watch, it's because of that. Money. So how we make money is like very simple, but also kind of complicated, especially if you're someone like me who like hates looking at the bank account, and I like shake when my husband talks about budget. But it's very simple. We make 25% commission off of any challenge pack sale or any product sale that you make to a customer. when you start to build a team and you have coaches under you, which takes some time, and we teach you how to do that and what that looks like for you, you start to earn team cycle bonuses. And as you move up in rank, as you have more coaches under you doing the same thing, you cycle at a higher dollar amount. And we explain that all to you in your new coach training. There's amazing videos within your coach online office that explain that using little dinosaur toys, which make way more sense than me trying to explain it to you. So in your new coach training, we will teach you about how to maximize your income. But like I said before, we are not the team to join if you're just looking to sell something and make a dollar. We really do work hard with the time that we set aside to work, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that looks like for your schedule. When I was teaching dance full time, that was 15 minutes a day. That was all I had. I had little power pockets that I could be doing my daily activities. And there's 4 vital behaviors that we'll teach you about in your new coach training. And that's really all you have to focus on is these 4 basic behaviors. And I can tell you, I have gone through some hard times in my life, and there were months where all I could do was those 4 vital behaviors, and my business continued to move forward and continue to stabilize, and my income continued to increase because I focused on those 4 vital behaviors. That's pretty much it. As far as money goes, also, Kelly kind of touched on what does it cost to actually become a coach. It's actually very different than other network marketing companies in that when you sign up, you're actually signing up with your challenge pack. So everything that you need to be a successful challenger and have successful results is what you're getting when you sign up as a coach. So there is a $40 coach fee that you can pay to sign up without the challenge pack, but like, why would you sign up to become a coach and not have the tools to become a coach? So you would sign up with your challenge pack to get started. If you've already purchased a challenge pack and you're already one of our challengers watching this, you can pay the $40 and then your coach can actually show you how to get that reimbursed since you've already purchased a challenge pack. And that's it. Every other month following your initial challenge pack purchase, and your coach will help you get set up with the right challenge pack for you and your goals. It's $15.95 plus tax if you're in a state that there's different state taxes. So for me in Florida, it's $15.95. I think it's $16.95 in Pennsylvania because I moved from one to the other, so I've seen the difference. But you will pay that monthly. That keeps your websites up and running. That keeps you having access to links that people can purchase through. And then your products that you're getting as a coach are actually discounted 25%. So if you have 3 to 4 customers ordering underneath of you, you're essentially making all of your money back that you're putting into your business and your commission. So anything in addition to that in every month is extra income. So if you can think about it, we kind of train you to try to get 3 new customers, help 3 new people every single month get started with their health and fitness journey. And then you want to keep them on Shakeology. You want to keep them in your challenge groups and help them getting results and adding 3 new people every following month. So you can kind of do the math and think about how that would residually build over time when you are helping people get results long term. This is not a quick fix. This is not a magic anything. Shakeology is real food. We're going to teach you all about it. The best way to learn about Shakeology is to feel the benefits for yourself and feel what it can do for you in your life and how it can fit into your schedule and your eating and all that jazz. That's really it. That's all I have. We've covered a lot of information. I know you can your mind can kind of start to reel. So if you want to go back and listen to this in smaller chunks, or if you want to reach out to one of us one-on-one and just let us know if you have any questions, post them in the group. If you're not in a group and listening to this later, just message us and let us know any questions or concerns you have. But yeah, that's really it. Just last week, I was home in Pennsylvania and I was talking to my coach, Katie, and she was asking me hey, 3.5 years in the business, it's got to be different now. Your reason for doing it is definitely different than when you started. And I was like, yeah, it is. And I was really struggling with uncovering what that why is, why I still do this, because it's not for the smaller reasons. It's not to pay the groceries anymore. It's not to pay the mortgage anymore. It's not to pay the car payment anymore. I did all that. I'm still doing all of that. So now, what's the bigger reason? And she was doing a little exercise with me, but she was poking at me, she was poking the bear, and she got me to finally admit that, I coach because I know that there are women out there, probably every single woman at some point in time is going to go through a really hard time in their life. And I want them to know that they can get back up, that they can stand back up, and they can they can be a better wife, and they can be a better mom and sibling and sister and friend and support system, whatever. They can be better. Just because bad things happen to them doesn't mean that they have to stay down. Just because they're knocked down for a minute does not mean that they have to stay down. And I don't ever want someone to cross my path and not feel better for it. And I just feel like I have a lot of empowerment to give women. I'm here to empower women that they can do hard things and they can take care of themselves while they're doing it. And that's really it. So that's my why. That's why I do this. That's why this is so important to me now. I've watched this change countless lives, including my own, and I would just be a real jerk if I didn't share that with other people, because this could be the one thing that just really changes your life. And that's my spiel. Kelly, do you have anything else to add? No? Both shaking your heads? All right, guys. Well, I will stop this broadcast. This will be up forever. And you can get this link whenever you want until I delete it. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. Emily, Kelly, that was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.